Hello, and welcome to
Last Figure Standing.
It never gets old.
So the brief for that was something like 80s wrestling or 80s, 90s wrestling, Mr. McMahon type thing, and it didn't work, did it? Let's face it.
I'm telling you, it's a great Muppet.
It is, yeah, it is, yeah. Welcome everybody to Last Figure Standing. This is the semi-final or semi-final if you're in the UK. We're going to be revealing the two characters that go into the final, which you will be able to vote on for the rest of this week, and then obviously we've got the live stream next week to announce the overall winner. I am being a little bit quiet because, as you can see, I'm not in my usual room. I'm in a hotel room. Hopefully my connection is good. But I just want to say hello and welcome to my two buddies, Mr. John Miko. How are you, my friend?
Hello, good sir. Hello, everyone. Tim, you're not going to pop out of Chris's closet now, are you?
I'm actually in your house, John.
Yes. There it is.
I was in your garage.
hiding behind the pallets.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it, Tim? Or did you do it for us? Did you pronounce it that way for us Americans?
I'm doing it for you, mate. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank
you. Of course I am, yeah. How are you, Chris?
Aside from the fact that it's 5 o'clock and it's pitch black outside, I'm doing well. We have
tuna.
Sorry, carry on.
No worries. Yeah, just deal with the fact that we've fallen back and it's now it gets dark right before 5 o'clock here.
When did you fall back?
Last weekend.
Yeah, okay. That's good because I put out that this live stream is going 5 p.m. your time, 10 p.m. my time. So it had to match, because it's a bit messed up sometimes when it's a week apart. So
right.
Let's just say hello to some people in the chat. Lots of people here already. We got Stephen Novak. Hello there. Cisco Dia. We've got Owen P. Steve. We have Joseph. Reno. We have Cliff Oliveira. Jeff Russell is here. Hey there, buddy. Lil Pookie's here. Sci-Fi Dude. We've got Charles. Paul Morales. We've got Toys of the Way is here. We have got Darth Strange. Ponda Poodoo. Who else have we got? Natron. We've got Grant's Galaxy in the house. Chris, Miko, Tim, the men, the myths, the legends. Let's go. Cheers for coming along, my friend. Davon Carr is here. Chris Cooks. TVC Macken's here. All the chaps are here. We've got Scott. Commander Powell. Dean's here from the Facebook group. At One with the Force is here. Just Dazzler is here. Loads of names. Tanith. Oh, who else we've got? No One, No Name. One more around. Judlin Wastes. Beast of Viper Squad is here. All good. All good. Lots of people. Lots of people to say hello to. Nelly Fett. Yeah. There we go. If I've missed anyone, I do apologise. So, all week, everybody has been voting between, Luthen, Claire, Aliol, and Baze. So, opinions on those four making it this far?
As far as for me, even though this is a weird thing when we get into these events and polls, Arleal's of the four is my number one want, but I don't want him back in the finals. So I personally voted for Clea and Bays. That's who I voted for to go through, just so we have somebody new in the finals. Hopefully, we'll see in a few minutes who made it. But even though it's my most number one want, of the four, I didn't vote for him.
How about you, John?
Yeah, I originally was leaning into the Rogue One Andor vibes with Baze and Luthen. Sorry, Clea. And then after talking with Chris a bit, I was like, you know what? Luthen's been, he's been cruising through. I'm gonna give a little love to Clea instead. Sorry. So I went Baze and Clea.
Okay. I went Luthen and Baze, I think. I want all four of them. In fact, I would say that 11 of the 12 I really wanted. The 12th being the one that's actually been revealed, which was the Stranger. I'm not overly bothered about having that figure or not, really. It's not from my favourite show. It's a pretty cool figure and everything. But yeah, I think all three of us, I think we said at the very beginning of this, none of us actually put Arleal in our top 10. Is that right?
That's correct.
Right.
You didn't, John, did you? No. And I think
both had him last year, Tuna, but not this year. So
and I think for me, my opinion on that really was that I felt that he, although as you just said, Chris, I still really want Arleal Shus, but I felt that he had enough of a push, by winning winning Last Figure Standing. So I think it was just like, just for something a bit different, really, basically. So I didn't include him in my list, but I can understand, the figure still isn't here. So people are still voting for the figures like they want. And if the figure isn't here, then they're going to continue to vote, aren't they? So
I think, just we have a history of things being rumored or, heavily thought to be coming, then they never develop. Hammerhead for years was supposed to be any day now, any day, it's going to get revealed. And then we just got him now. That was going back to like TVC 1. Hammerhead's coming. So people probably wouldn't put them on lists and, wish lists. And it took another, 15 years before he came out.
God. I hope it's not going to be 15 years for some of the others. Crikey. I don't think I'll be here.
Neither do I.
Oh, dear. So I'm not too sure when we should reveal this, really, because we've only got the one reveal to do, really. We haven't split them. We're just going to show who is, going to be in the final. And as soon as we reveal it, we're going to be setting the Linktree link, which is just going across the bottom of your screen there. And it's also in the description for you to start voting for which one you want from the final to win the whole thing in the final. But yeah, should we do it? And then we can talk about some other stuff.
Roll it.
Let's do it. Please, just admire the
special effects.
Admire the special effects and the overall sort of quality that this took. This took me so long to put together, everybody. Okay, so and with the help of John as well, right? So this is good stuff. Are you ready? There you go, fellas. I'm just going to bring this up onto the screen now.
There it is.
Oh, man, I got to admit that I'm a bit disappointed that Arleal Shus got to the final, man. I really wanted Baze in the final. Surely more people out there want Baze than Arleal, considering he won it last year. Let's push for Baze, man. Gutted for him.
I know. Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Okay, John. No, you go. Go, John.
I was gonna say, hey, we we got to have a glup in the finals, right? So we can just hear a bunch of people whine about it. So
yeah, there is that. Yeah.
I wanted Clea to make it just because I like that when the voting goes that way, because she, barely made the top 6. She was the last one. In fact, she was out of it all week for the top 6. So you would have thought that she'll never make it to 4, but she made it to 4. And when we show the voting on this, she was actually in the top 2 until the final day of voting. She was in the top 2 until the final day of voting. And I don't know, I just like that when, like as the pack, thins out, people start going like, they start realizing, I kind of do want this figure that I didn't think of before. And that happened the first year with the Tonica sisters. Balin was killing it. He was killing it through, the first couple of rounds. Then all of a sudden the Tonica sisters, once the pack thinned out, people are like, well, Balin's probably going to come. He's a main character, but I really want to push for these oddball, Cantina backgrounders. So I was hoping that happened with Clea, but at the last second, the wolf bat there took her down. And actually, on that final day, both Baze and Arleal leapfrogged her, and Baze and Arleal was watching all day. We're taking turns in the second spot.
Yeah, and we'll bring up the graphic in a minute of the voting numbers so we can see how close it is. It really is close, or it was the last time I looked anyway.
Yeah, the bottom's close, the top is not close.
No, yeah. So everybody's seen the 2 that are through. So John, have you set the link live?
Let me do that right now.
So if you want to vote, you'll be able to vote in a second for who you want to win the final. But if you don't want to do it now and you want to do it later, that's fine. I always vote quite late on these things. Not that because I forget, but I just give it a little bit more thought.
All right. We are good to go.
There you go. So the link is live. It's in the description of this live stream. You can check that out. I'm just going to remove this and then see if I can. There we go. I'm pretty sure that's it. Is that right?
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, so you can see that Luthen, and I think that's pretty been the case pretty much every round, right? Luthen's been way ahead of everybody else, right?
Yeah, he's been wire to wire.
Yeah, he's been getting close to 60% of the votes, I think, in the last couple of rounds. So.
Yeah, it's been. John's right. It was just a hair under 60%. In this round, he went over 60%. So he's actually starting to get stronger as this thing goes along.
So Baze was only 2 ahead of Clea, 2 votes in it.
Yep.
And then how many is that? 6 votes.
6. Yeah.
Baze was 6 votes away from getting into the final.
And that's kind of what we've seen, except for round 2. Round 1 was a razor thin margin, 10 votes separated Sim, and I can't remember who else was tied for 7th place. There's two characters were 10 votes back, so only 10 was the cutoff, and this time it's only 6. Last round was different. Clea cleared C-3PO by 47 votes, so we've had two of the 3 rounds so far have been really close at the end. Thank you, Tanith. Palpatine, Jedi Heiress Palpatine was tied with Sim. Only 10 votes off.
Ackrish Doug says, what do you think the probability is of Arleal being in the 4-pack? Well, I don't really want to sort of, affect the voting on this. I mean, Luthen's obviously the favorite at this point anyway, but I think I'd probably be surprised if he isn't in that 4-pack. Let me just put it that way. I think I would be surprised if he's not, because it's kind of like the dangling the carrot, isn't it? It's like, here's this character, this is what he's going to look like. This is what, and he won last year as well. So it's like a big, I think it was the case for Arliol was made pretty clear to Hasbro. That's what I'm trying to say, basically. So I'd be surprised if he's not. But then again, you never know with these things, do you really? So.
Yeah, we were teased with some of that tooling already with what's his name from Skeleton Crew there?
Yeah, he's got the legs, isn't he? Jod. Is it Jod?
Jod, na. Sorry. Yeah, Norwood.
Norwood, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just say too.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And I'll just say, like, a case for Luthen and Clea, that would have been a fun little montage of different photos of them through the years in the show to like kind of play around with the finals, So it's killing me. She's not in it, but where'd you go? There he is.
I burn my life vote to make a sunrise bigger. Never seen.
He needs to get in here. Show up. Join us.
John, I brought down an extra beer, but I didn't bring down a bottle opener. I was in full-blown panic mode there.
Can I just say as well that I met Aquilish Doug at MCM London, and he is a thoroughly nice person. It's good spending the day with him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that is it. In terms of this, the round. Those two are the ones that are in the final. I know who I'm going to be voting for. I think it's pretty obvious. He has been my number one want for, ever since Andor season 1, basically. So, and yes, just annoying that we don't have that already, and then we wouldn't have to beg for it. So, bit annoying.
Yeah, that's the state of the vintage collection in general.
Yeah,
we have to beg for things. We should have had to have begged for an episode 4 Luke. That should have come happily and easily without us asking. But that's the story. We have to beg for things we didn't used to have to beg for.
Yeah,
and not trying to constantly be jealous of the Black Series, but to see them get updates to figures that no one asked for. They just get them. Hey, here's a new Darth Maul. Nobody's asking for it. Here's a new Darth. Thanks. The Book of Boba Fett, Boba Fett's, even though it's not technically Book of Boba Fett, is peg warming at Big Bad Toy Store. But here's a new one. You didn't ask for it. Here's a new one that's got a toe crunch.
Yeah, Delvian Seeker's here. TC does seem to have a lack of some of the main characters from new media. It does, yeah. It seems that they Hasbro sort of treat the two lines differently. Obviously, Black Series is like what they class as like the character line, I guess, and yeah, they pump out all of those new media things to that line and wait. A great example is IG-11, isn't it? We had to wait ages for that, but ours ended up being better than theirs, to be fair.
And we get these. This is worth all the figures in the world.
You do like a vehicle, don't you, Chris?
Yeah, especially that one.
Yeah, I wanted that one too. Absolutely, yeah, it's good. But are you how are you coping with the lack of the sticker inside? How are you coping with that?
I mean, I'm not happy it didn't come with it, but I'm not looking inside the cockpit. On my shelf, I don't know it's not there, so
yeah,
right.
It's not really affecting me. As I wrote about this week, the only problem is now I really want a new TIE bomber after this.
I read your article.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nomad Scout.
Yeah. And a new TIE fighter, and a new TIE interceptor.
all of them. I do. I want all of them. But just can you just imagine how awesome that TIE bomber would look? The packaging would look for a TIE bomber. You know,
Yeah.
just the whole space slug scene. Oh my god, it would be so incredible.
Yeah, it would indeed. So what else has been happening so we were going to talk about the changes at Hasbro with the line in terms of Emily moving on.
Emily and Jing.
Yeah, Emily and Jing. Yeah. So do we know, I think it's a bit secretive, isn't it, about what Emily is going to be working on? I think they won't say at this point.
I think her and Jing are on whatever this new, I don't know how to say it, new license, new line, new whatever they're coming out with.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's secretive. Yep. Is it 3 3/4? She's a 3 3/4 kind of guru, right? And there's this whole 375 push. So is it something to do with that?
Yeah. I think we can say that, whatever comes out in 2026, she would have had a hand in
Right.
doing,
Yes.
right? Because they wait,
absolutely.
They work that far in advance that whatever we're getting next year is, has her print on it essentially.
Yeah.
John,
yeah.
John,
And
oh, sorry. Go ahead, John.
I was going to say, in speaking with her, she noted that, right? She said, I'm not going away from what I've helped provide from a 2026 perspective. So lots of good things to come. And she was really excited about some of the things. So really curious what those are going to be. So yeah.
Yeah, Delvian's put Emily did help reinvigorate TVC. Big cheers for that. Yeah, I there's no doubting her passion for it. Let's just say that, and I think it's always evident. And it comes through, and it's kind of just nice, sort of knowing that somebody's working on something that loves it as much as you do, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? And it's almost like a dream job, isn't it? Like, it'd be so awesome to be able to do that. So yeah, I'm obviously sad that she's no longer going to be working on the line, but obviously thank her for everything that she has done for it, putting in as I say, so much passion for it and everything.
And not to keep bringing up the articles I wrote this week, but it's one thing that we got the Tonica sisters finally. It's another thing that Emily absolutely nailed them. They're like perfect figures. And there's been other examples of things we've waited for. You could even say now it seems like I'm criticizing, but the Han Solo was a little bit of a miss. So just because you get the figure that you've been waiting for a long time doesn't mean it's going to be nailed. And it's such a relief that those Tonica sisters are nailed, done. We can put them to rest. We have them, and you can never take them away.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And even Hammerhead. I mean, this year has just been sort of Hammerhead. How many like figure of the year candidates do we have in 2025?
The snow trooper,
Hammerhead. Yeah. Everything that came with the Cantina is fantastic.
Joris.
Yeah.
I mean, just so many amazing figures. Yep.
I'm just actually looking at reminding myself of what else has come out this year, so I can sort of chime in with what. But yeah, what springs to mind is the Snow Trooper,
Commander,
Hammerhead,
Ben. The Ben Kenobi is
Kenobi.
Perfect figure. I mean, it's the Clone Wars Anakin, just absolutely incredible figure. Absolutely incredible. There. I mean, I'm convinced now. That's it. I'm done. I'm not collecting next year. I'm done. I'm going out on a high note. I'm John Elway. I'm winning the Super Bowl and going home.
Well, I will say too, right? We've known of a couple designers that have, had their time with the line, right? We knew Sam,
Right.
and now Emily, and it seems like they leave a really good, I don't know what you want to call them, a set of blueprints for things that they've done, things that can be done. I think they kind of detail out their tooling library and their plans. So I just think whoever comes along, and I think it's Rife, right? I think Chris has stated that he's focused on it, so he's been there all along, and I think they have probably a really good, again, set of plans to keep things moving, keep things chugging.
Yeah, I think obviously Chris has always worked on the vehicles, hasn't he? And
Right.
I'm not too sure. When I sort of heard this, I just thought, wow, how does someone just have suddenly time to work on 50 figures a year as well as doing everything else that they're doing? So I presume he's having something taken away that he was previously working on. Maybe it's role play stuff or something that he was involved in, like helmets and lightsabers and things like. Maybe they're just going to be doing less of that stuff. I don't know, or somebody else is going to be doing it or whatever, and then he can completely focus on TVC and retro.
Yeah, and I think he spoke to the 50th being such a big deal, and there's a lot to look forward to there. So I think they're focusing on a lot of that. So
yeah, well, for sure that'll be the first things that he's going to be working on, isn't it? Because obviously, as we just said, 2026 is pretty much from their point of view, it's done, isn't it?
Can you bring up just Dazzler's comment from 1028 your time?
That one.
So no, the answer is no. It hasn't been confirmed, but I think we're all matching up the shadows of the hands. And one of them, one of them kind of looks like Arleal's hand. So we're all assuming that he's all but confirmed because of that. But again, we're doing that thing that collectors do. It's like when when we had that picture of the poster from Germany of the land speeder with C-3PO in the back, and we're blowing it up and like looking at pixels. Is this a new 3PO or not? Try to analyze from very little information what's coming. So
yeah, is that Sand Trooper using the Stormtrooper body, or is that new leg? Has he got new knees? Has he got a new shin pad or whatever? Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Look at this pixel here; it looks different than the old one. It's got an all new figure.
And of course, it turned out that we wouldn't get a new C-3PO. Of course.
Yeah, and speaking to the final two figures, right? And we know obviously how Arleal fits in with the cantina, and if and when we do get a Luthen, how should that be? How should he come along? Chris, I know you kind of always speak to that, right? Like some of these maybe less demand figures. I don't want to say Luthen's less demand, but we know how the Black Series one did. I know season 2, obviously, of the show transpired this year. If and when we do get him, it's going to be long after the show, right, has finished.
Right.
Does he come with his speeder? How does he come to the line and be a success?
Sorry, I'm just going to interrupt you, Chris, before you answer that, because I think Justin's missed. The two have gone through already, and it is Luthen and Arleal, and that little graphic there is the final result. So we had 1,098 responses, which is still a healthy amount, really, considering what we started with. It hasn't gone down too much, because obviously when people start losing their characters and stuff like that they want, the interest might, disappear a little bit for them. Yeah, wait. It's still a good response rate. So thank you to everybody that's voted. But yeah, it's Luthen is obviously the clear favorite now, judging by those. And as you can see, the other three characters were really splitting the vote. And literally, Arleal got in with 6 votes ahead of Baze, which, you know, from my point of view, disappoints me a little bit because I really did want Baze in the final. So, yeah. Sorry, Chris.
I forgot where we were.
Just with like Luthen, how should Luthen be if, you know, if and when we do get a Luthen figure?
Oh, yeah. It's I don't know, because like you said, John, you know, at this point, it's, if they haven't done it, it's, you know, probably 2028. You know, if he's not already on the board, it's probably 2028 before we see him. Will fans care then? That's what I get scared about with this stuff, because, you know, I'm not trying to, down the shows or anything, but they just don't. To me, they don't have the cultural staying power. Aside from The Mandalorian season 1 and 2, I don't feel like they have the cultural staying power of the movies, and we move on from them pretty quickly. As a fan base, I feel that way. So,
yeah, and part of that, Chris, is because of the amount that they're churning out. It's not like they sort of give you one show and then you have to wait 5 years and the anticipate,
right.
You know, and you're sort of like really screaming out for something, and you're looking back on that show thinking, oh, wasn't that show really great? Once they've churned one out, you're on to the next one already.
Right.
So you're instantly caring about something else. I remember when, you know, the Obi-Wan series, you know, I was screaming at Hasbro, like, why are we not getting this, and this from this show? But now, you know, as you say, I don't care as much now because there's something else that I want. So, you know.
And the other thing too is, as I've said before, do you go back and watch these series? Other than some Mandalorian episodes, I really don't go back and watch them. But I will watch a Star Wars movie, one of the first 6. I'll go back and watch one of the first 6 several times throughout the year. Just because it's consumable. Okay, I got 2 hours. I can watch a movie and get the whole thing. But, you know, rewatching a series is a little bit of a commitment, especially when new stuff keeps coming out. And I just don't. At least for me personally, it does. They don't have that staying power.
I think you're right about The Mandalorian. Season 1 and 2, I watched those a lot when they first were around. You know, seeing green neek toes and stuff in even the first episode. You know, when he first rescues the child. You know, that's just, you know, so much fan service in it, but done really, really well, wasn't it? You know, so I still will go back and watch those. I actually I actually rewatched Ahsoka the other week. And I actually enjoyed it more the second time around. But everyone, you know, I love the Andor show, and although it's not the sort of thing that you can sort of get necessarily excited about watching because it is a bit dark, you know, once I'm watching it, I'm just in there, you know. So I absolutely love that. I can watch those at any point. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's like if I want to sort of just kill 2 hours, then I'll just stick Return of the Jedi on, no problem. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, I'm with you, Tim. I can just put on some of those shows and just have them on in the background and enjoy them, even if I'm kind of multitasking. You know, so.
Yeah, I do want to try and watch the Obi-Wan series again to see what that is. You know, because there was definitely some stuff in there that I didn't really like.
Just watch the last 2 episodes.
Yeah. What's he saying? Bosk, I agree. I love the Ahsoka more on my second rewatch. It's heavy on the fantasy aspect. Yeah. I think I still stuck with my same opinion though. It was the first sort of 6 episodes were the better part of it for me. I think it just got a bit weird the last couple of episodes for me anyway. You know, those little things that Ezra's running around with on that planet and stuff. I don't know. But
yeah, and you're hoping for Luke to show up, right? It's like
that's what I'm hoping in every show, every episode. Luke, Boba Fett, you know, somebody from the OT come in. Yeah. Member berries.
Oh dear.
Yeah, one thing I did link in our chat, the Fraggles Fraggle Rock. More Muppets.
Yeah, there you go.
I did link Tim that article I did at one point. You don't have to bring it up, but I was talking about Luthen and his ship and that speeder, and it's a shame. But at the same time, right, we understand that it's hard to world build around something that doesn't have much figures or even toyetic appeal, and
I completely understand. But I just think there's so much crossover in there. Like there's a lot of Imperials and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, there is stuff that they can make for it. It's just, I completely understand.
And there's a flip. That's the frustrating thing is, how can we not have an ISB, 3 or 4 pack?
Yeah. Boral, whatever his name is. That
Partagaz, and just stuff that even if you're not a fan of the show, obviously integrates right into a Imperial display.
Yeah,
and they have the tooling. It's just that's stuff that frustrates me.
Sergeant Gariel, I think, was the guy were a big fan of.
The Brickhead House there. The the big dude.
Is that the English guy? Yeah, that's the. I have sent you that.
Star Wars and English guy, Tim. Narrow it down.
Did I send you that Ricky Gervais thing? Yeah.
Yes, you did.
You did that with the pub. Yeah, where it's the outtakes. Yeah, that's good. That's that guy. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring this up. I thought it was quite funny. I can't rewatch Hits the Best. Am I right? I haven't rewatched it yet, so I can't tell you.
There was a point where Disney Plus was sending me emails to tell me to watch it again or something. I was like, why is this one show coming up for me? I will say, I think we were on vacation when it was on, and we were watching it from the Airbnb's Roku. So I don't know if it was hours. So maybe it's hey, you didn't watch this one show. You need to watch it, John.
Let's just preempt because there's 134 people watching. So everybody that can write in the chat, if you're on a TV or something and you can't, but if you just put in the chat who you're going to be voting for, I just want to see some names pop up in the chat. Luthen or Arliel. Let's just get some ISB 4-pack. I thought we only wanted nameless. None. You don't have to vote for anyone. Yeah, that's right. Luthen, Arliel.
You got to put up Victoria's comment from 1039. That's right.
Yeah, that's true. So Arliel, Luthen.
Wow.
Best been Luke. Unfortunately, he's not. That's classic. If only, mate. If only. Luthen, Arliel, Luthen. Wow, yeah. I mean, there's a bit of a split going on. I think I can see, Luthen's the clear favourite, judging by this little graph that we've got here. But when he's up against just Arliel, then anything can happen, I guess.
That's the one thing where I don't think the theory of last figure standing is being able to play out because so the two that are knocked out are Clea and Baze. Where are their votes going to go? Probably towards Luthen. You know what I mean? So it's just going to confirm the way it's been going so far. If it was Luthen up against 3 Cantina characters, then obviously all those votes would go to Arliel and they'd overcome Luthen. But I just think this one's going to hold still hold steadfast for the entire four rounds.
See, Mackenzie knows the score. Look at him, right? I'll take any Cantina patron, but Luthen is Luthen. Absolutely. Krell.
I hope they make him just to make Brett angry.
Does he not like him?
No.
Actually, I read that in one of the things. Actually, yeah.
And he's a clone. He's a clone guy, right? He's a big 501st.
501st, not really. Yeah, he's a 501st guy.
Just the okay.
Yeah.
I'm with him, to be honest. Poncarel isn't really my favorite character, but it's more to do with the species rather than the character itself.
Kill me, Tim. I love Dexter.
Oh my god. Yeah. He scratches
Mel.
his ass and stuff.
It's Mel from Mel's Diner. Come on.
Next thing you know, he's going to be getting a bit of French toast out. He's going to be licking it, sticking it behind his pants, wiping his
Right.
ass all over it,
Oh.
and then serving it to Obi-Wan.
Oh, is that Horatio?
I want a Horatio Sands figure right now. Absolutely want a Horatio Sands.
He's the Mithril, isn't he? I forget. Yeah.
All right, so we already have one, right? We already have one.
Cloners.
Yeah.
It's that's Tim showing his lack of appreciation for American culture right there, not loving Dexter.
Sorry. It's not just, I don't know. It's the CGI is awful. Like, come on. When he hugs him and stuff, it's terrible. It does not hold up at all.
He's got a sweet, creepy stash. Come on.
Yeah. But that CGI, they were absolutely pushing the boundaries because it had to move the fabric on Obi-Wan's cape. So a CGI character had to affect the cape somehow. That's why it doesn't hold up, because obviously that was all CGI'd.
Waffle House.
Whoa.
So there's a tough question from Aqualish Doug at 1043. So it would have to keep in with the Battle of Geonosis theme, and the problem is we have them all. We have most of almost all of them in that theme. So it's a tough question. What vehicle would you want that ties in with that theme?
The dropship.
Art speeder.
Don't have that.
That's a small vehicle, but
The dropship, Tim?
Sorry.
Yeah, the dropship. We don't have that, do we?
What's it called?
The ATTE hauler one?
The lat which one is it? Not the lat eye. The one that's like the gunship, but it drops the vehicles.
Yeah.
No, that's on
They made it in Lego, didn't they? They made it in Lego. With the Lego set, it's like one of the first UCS sets. You get the dropship and is it the AT-RT? I think that's in that one. It's not the AT-TE. It's the AT-RT. It's the bigger one.
Okay.
That's the ones it drops,
Lat XL.
There you go. XXL.
Lat C. There it is. The Lat C.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
You're just messing around with like Uber XL, Lat XL.
Imagine the price of that.
I'd love to see. I know I'm alone on this, but I'd love to see an update to the Jedi Starfighters.
Oh yeah,
what they could do, what just based on what Rife has done with every vehicle, it's like what he could do with those Jedi Interceptors would be incredible. But that's one of the ones that everybody's like, oh, the one we have is good enough. Every time I write about it, oh, the one we have is good enough.
So you mean the one from Attack of the Clones, like the
yeah, sure,
yeah, not the Riven, yeah.
Oh,
but I do want the Episode 3 one too. I would love to see that one updated as well, especially if they could figure out what Lucasfilm couldn't, and to be able to put a full-sized astromech in the slot.
That's quite a popular suggestion by so many Jedi Starfighters for TVC.
That's the other thing. It's obviously something that lends itself to repainting. Although, as we've all pushed for the Lucky Leku, it doesn't seem like repainting vehicles is something that they're interested in. At least not in very expensive HasLab vehicles.
No, unless it's G.I. Joe.
Right.
And then they're just quite happy to do it. Arc 170, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now that is one where I don't like the existing one where I don't feel like I'm, dying for an update to that one.
Yeah, it's a bit of a beast, that one, isn't it? It's a big.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's big.
Big thing.
Yeah, Y-Wing. I mean, my personal number one want would be a Y-Wing.
Yeah, go with that.
From the Clone Wars, yeah, the yellow one, yeah.
No. Unless they could do it. They could do it where, you can remove the paneling to do both. That would be incredible, but I don't know if they could possibly do that. Because I'm not so sure that Clone Wars Y-Wing actually matches the OT Y-Wing without paneling. I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah. I think my number one vehicle would be, and if we're talking like there's infinite money in the line, then it would have to be Luthen's ship. And then you can get Luthen out with it. There you go. Because that would be that'd be a very, very cool vehicle.
It's a cool vehicle. And a great debut. The way that episode was great. When it made its debut. Or when it made its action debut, anyway. I'm not sure if that was its actual, but when it went into action, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, when it released that sort of garbage or whatever and took out the dish on the and then with the lasers as well. The James Bond style lasers.
No, that was the last Starfighter. That was the Death Blossom from the last Starfighter.
Oh right. I haven't seen the last Starfighter in years. God.
If Hasbro's going to do bad early CGI movie 3 3/4 inch HasLabs, we big it out of the last Starfighter HasLab too to go with Tron.
That's a good point. This one.
Yeah, good point by Jay.
Yeah.
And it actually never graced the vintage Kenner racetrack packaging either.
No, it's droids, wasn't it?
Yeah, droids.
Droids box.
Now that, I'm telling you, that's something I would. A droids boxed A-Wing with a carded droids A-Wing pilot. Oh my God.
With the gold coin, yeah.
Yeah, make it a HasLab. Make it $600. I'm buying 10. I don't care.
Oh, Victoria's chiming in. Look, A-Wing is boring.
Oh.
Shade.
Oh, see, we agree. Victoria and I agree on Acmina, disagree on the A-Wing. Just goes to show. Many different tastes in the line.
Yeah. A better B-Wing for sure. That's another one that does that still. I've always wondered that because I had the B-Wing boxed, but I never opened it. But does that still use the Kenner mold as well? Yeah, I thought it did.
Except for the electronics, I'm pretty sure it's verbatim. It's got the thing where you twist the engine and then that's all. What's funny? So we were talking about the TIE bomber. So then Brett re-reviewed the Shadows of the Dark Side one, and he's going over all the changes from the initial Power of the Jedi TIE bomber to the Shadows of the Dark Side one, which I have. That's the one I have is the Shadows of the Dark Side. I'm like, no, this isn't right. This isn't right. So I pulled it off my shelf. I'm like, oh my God, it is right. I didn't realize it came with 6 bombs. I didn't realize you twisted the engine to activate it. So they actually made a lot of tooling changes from the Power of the Jedi one to the Shadows of the Dark Side TIE bomber that I didn't realize at the time. Or didn't
they release it in the white box Legacy collection as well?
They did it in I think they did 4 releases. I don't know if they did in Legacy Collection. I'll tell you in a second because he put it in his review.
I swear I can just remember seeing it.
They did it
might
in
be the actually.
30th anniversary. They did 30th anniversary. So Power of the Jedi, Shadows of the Dark Side, 30th anniversary. And what was the 4th one? Oh, the Blue Sagas, the Blue Saga packaging.
Yes.
So no, it was not in. You know what you might be thinking of? The TIE Interceptor.
Interceptor, yeah,
came in that. And that's actually to me for my money. That's the movie accurate coloring is the Legacy Collection one, where it has the kind of blue gray coloring. The Vintage Collection one is the gray one.
Completely gray, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just checking the chat here for any other suggestions of vehicles that we haven't seen already. Kelly Rebecca Bark Speeder with sidecar. Yep, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Z95 Headhunter. I know what that is. That's like it's a little bit like an X-wing, that isn't it?
Yeah, X-wing.
Longer and sleeker, right?
But I don't think it has the split apart wings. I remember.
No.
I noticed you're skipping over all the Acmina love in the comments, Tim. I just happened to notice.
No, I did bring one of them up actually. I did bring one of them up. I brought the one that said this one.
Oh yeah, you brought it up for a split second. I thought it was a mistake. I thought you brought it up and dismissed it so quickly. I thought it was
I was giving Acmina some love. Who is she again?
Don't make me go get out my Starlog magazine like I do every time this comes up. Can you bring up Troy 2864 at 1052?
I can.
So if I just me as a collector, this is what I want. Just do this. But I know that's not good overall for the line to be that single focus, but that would make me so happy as a collector.
And a new TIE Fighter pilot as well to go.
Yes, yeah.
Which is pretty needed as well, isn't it? That thing doesn't even have any type of articulation at all, does it? It's
no ankles, no. It's got one of those narrow stances.
And just like smaller vehicles like speeder bikes, there's so many like different speeders, Mandalorian speeder, Cobb Vanth speeder. There's like both of those would be cool.
Yeah.
John, do you have a custom?
Yeah, let me grab.
Do you have? I need to see this again, man, because this is decent.
But that's the problem. Those speeders, they're all unique. It's not like other vehicles where they're kind of military standardized. They're kind of like personal vehicles almost. So each one's unique.
Yeah. Oh my God, that looks like a studio model. Let me just see if I can just. Is that how you do it? There you go. Wow.
Yeah, John, I like how you have Cobb posed looking to the right, like staring at you, like you like this, don't you?
Yeah, he's talking to Mando, right? What does he say there? Something about shooting a.
Did you paint that, John?
No, I actually the person on Instagram, I commissioned it with him painting it. This should be in the line. It's ridiculous. This in the swoop, Mando swoop should be in the line.
the swoop from that scene because he rides different ones throughout the series.
That's true. Yeah, that one to start for sure.
Yeah, it's a lovely piece, that, John.
Thank you.
Can you bring up Grievous 4422 at 1056? So I believe that is the LAAT/LE. I know Tyler's I think it's Tyler in the chat, so you can correct me if I'm wrong. But that is all over media. That's in everything. That's in Fallen Order. That's in Mandalorian. That's in animation. So that's one that, is pretty common throughout.
It's in The Last Jedi, isn't it?
Is it?
Didn't they use it? Isn't it on Canto Bight when they're in the fields trying to get away? Aren't those a bit similar? I swear they are. Is that what we're talking about? Those sort of like gunships with the four?
Yeah, can you bring up an LAAT/LE for law enforcement? Yeah, it's in Ahsoka too.
So am I right? Was it in The Last Jedi? Something similar?
Tyler said it's similar, different but similar.
Right.
Which one's this? The swoop bikes or?
No, the LAAT/LE, the law enforcement. It's in everything. It's in everything.
Andor
but
season 2 as well, wasn't it? I think.
Was it?
I swear some of them in Andor season 2 as well when they were on their way to capturing.
It's in the Mandalorian. It's in the Mandalorian on Coruscant. Well, that's what the first person said who brought it up. So,
right.
Do you want me to send you a picture?
No, I know which one it is. Yeah. Let me just. I'll just get the first image that I can. Oh, it didn't like that image because it is WebP. Sorry, I can't do it. Sorry.
I hate that format.
Yeah. No, I know which one you're on about. I think I want to say they've made it in Lego again. Of course they have. They make everything in Lego.
They can. It's easy to do it in Lego.
Yeah.
What is it again? The LAAT what?
/LE.
LE.
Yeah.
I just want to see what it is.
It's like
yes,
police,
yes,
isn't it? Like the. Yeah.
Yeah, those are dope.
Yeah. Like Tyler said, to me, I love it from the video games. The Jedi series video games.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a good subject, vehicles, isn't it? Because I know some people have said, like, shouldn't we do a last vehicle standing or, like a March Madness type thing for vehicles or whatever? And I think we've always said, the sort of challenges that arise with that. Because as you've said it on a few times, Chris, where, putting up like a Cobb Vance speeder up against I don't know, a sandcrawler or something is not, and then it's like, what, is a sandcrawler a HasLab or is it a $150 item? How well do they do it? That kind of thing. And it's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah. Because you have figures are easy because now we know that means $19.99. If you're saying I want this figure, I'm willing to pay $19.99 for it. People, as you said, Tim, people can say I want a sandcrawler. Okay, what do you want? Do you want a re-release of the Kenner mold for $100, or do you want a HasLab for $500? We don't know what that means when you say you want a sandcrawler, so it's hard to do. And
because Hasbro might not really know what to do with that data, basically, I think is the more important thing, isn't it? Because you wouldn't be able to sort of pass that part of the information on, It'd just be 500 people have voted for a sandcrawler, and then that'd be it, and they wouldn't really understand what that actually means.
And of those 500, there's probably 300 different opinions of what they want. in there. And the one I know it's crossing streams to bring up a creature, but Black Series fans wanted a Rancor. They made it clear after they showed it at San Diego Comic-Con. We want a Rancor. They just didn't want a $300 or whatever it was, $300. They didn't want a $300 Rancor. They wanted a, less detailed, $150 Rancor or something. So to say that they didn't want a Rancor is wrong, because they did. Victoria's hurting feelings. Oh my God.
Oh, it really isn't.
The joke on that is he calls it the fake crawler. He won't acknowledge it as even existing.
I want to see more expanded universe characters, vehicles, spaceships, and playsets. I would love a Sabine speeder bike to go with the E-wing. Yeah, see, and that I'm pretty sure that is, could be repainted for Ezra from Rebels and Kanan or whatever. I think they're all pretty similar. Scott, we weren't really going to be going on much longer than an hour today, buddy. So you're late, but unfortunately we're going to be ending soon. But thanks for turning up anyway. I do appreciate it. But yeah, just to recap for anybody that has joined late. Luthen and Aliol are in the final. You can vote using the link in the description. It'll also be on the socials of Last Figure Standing. It'll also be on John's Facebook group, and it'll be on Chris's website, Bantha Skull. So cast your votes. The more votes we get, the better. And I think we also need to sort of remind everyone that, if you're maybe frustrated with who's in the final, for example, then it's not just about who's in the final. It's about not even who's in the top 10 necessarily. It's a lot more than that. There's a lot more data which John will be providing on his awesome dashboards, all broken down by movie, animation, whatever it might be. There's so many different filters you can put on that, and essentially, Hasbro, if they want access to that, they can have access to that. And, they can see who the top 50 most wanted characters are that you guys have all voted for. The whittling down from like 10 or 12 to 1 is like the sort of community engagement part of it, really. It's, I want to say fun part, but I'm not sure if it's fun. But you know what I mean? The rest of the data they can do so much more with. So don't be, too disappointed if, your character is not in the final 2 or even in the final 10, because they might have done well outside of that. So,
and I'll always say thank you, Tuna, for giving me that data to make beautiful things with.
Yeah,
I just need it by Wednesday.
I'll give it to you Saturday, the day of the final of the stream.
When is the cutoff, guys, for the voting? Thursday night, is it?
Oh, Wednesday night.
Wednesday night. Okay, so everybody's got until Wednesday night to vote.
Yeah, the data I'm speaking to is like the overall voting that we got at the beginning of everyone voting for their 12 most wanted, and what you were just going into, Tim, all the stuff that we can cut up by age demographics, and then all the other enrichment that Chris does with it, like the themes and the movie titles or the media titles, and all the stuff we're doing from you can pick just a character, right? Like you can pick Leia and see all of the Leias, or all of that amazing stuff he does, and then I put some lipstick on it. But anyways, thank you, Tuna. And then of course we do have the other couple dashboards there that or the other dashboard there that breaks into the rounds of voting and who wins and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And ultimately, I feel that is what is the best thing that comes out of all of this, because it's evergreen as well. You know, it's not going anywhere. It's in the cloud or whatever. You can look at it at any point in time in the future, and you know, just to see where we were at a certain point or whatever. And also then obviously this time next year we could say, right, okay, out of the top 50 characters that were, you know, how many have been made now or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So it's always good information. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody for showing up for the vote for the live stream. Really do appreciate it. Do apologize about my hotel room setting. I will be back in my usual Star Wars room next week for the final. But yeah, thanks for joining me again, John and Chris. Really appreciate your hard work on it. And that is it, guys. That is the semi-final. Get your votes in, and we shall see you all soon.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Tim.